Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Spark plugs might seem small, but when they start acting up in your Ford, you'll notice. These tiny components pack a big punch, directly impacting engine performance, fuel efficiency, and even emissions. Ignoring spark plug issues can lead to bigger problems down the road, like misfires or reduced power. If your Ford isn't running as smoothly as it should, worn or faulty spark plugs could be the culprit. Let's break down the symptoms, causes, and fixes so you can stay ahead of the problem. Common symptoms of Ford spark plug issues. When spark plugs wear out or fail in your Ford, they don't just quietly fizzle out, they send clear warning signs. Catching these early means avoiding more expensive repairs later. Here are the most common symptoms that signal trouble with your spark plugs. Engine misfires and rough idling. A misfiring engine is one of the first signs of spark plug trouble. If your Ford jerks, hesitates, or stumbles when accelerating, a weak or foul plug likely isn't delivering a strong enough spark. This causes incomplete combustion in one or more cylinders, creating that rough, uneven feel. Ford engines, especially EcoBoost models, rely heavily on precise ignition timing. Worn plugs disrupt that timing, leading to noticeable misfires. At idle, the engine may shake more than usual or sound choppy. Ignoring this can lead to damage to the catalytic converter or oxygen sensors. Poor fuel efficiency. Bad spark plugs force your engine to work harder. If your Ford's fuel economy suddenly drops, it could mean the plugs aren't igniting fuel efficiently. Misfires and incomplete combustion waste gas, dumping unburned fuel into the exhaust instead of converting it into power. Modern Fords, like the F-150 or Escape, are designed for optimal fuel efficiency. But when spark plugs degrade, that efficiency takes a hit. You might notice more frequent trips to the pump for no obvious reason. If your miles per gallon dip, checking the spark plugs is a smart first step. Difficulty starting the engine. If your Ford cranks but struggles to start, weak or failing spark plugs could be the problem. Cold weather makes this worse. Old or dirty plugs struggle to generate the strong spark needed when temperatures drop. Especially in Ford trucks and SUVs, a slow start paired with rough idling points directly to ignition trouble. The engine needs a strong, consistent spark to fire up smoothly. Bad plugs delay combustion, making it take longer for the engine to turn over. If mornings now involve extended cranking, your spark plugs might be on their last leg. Watch for these symptoms, and you'll catch spark plug problems before they spiral into bigger headaches. Causes of spark plug problems in Ford vehicles. Spark plug trouble in Ford vehicles doesn't happen randomly. Certain conditions wear them out faster or prevent them from working properly. Knowing these causes helps you prevent unnecessary repairs and keep your engine running strong. Incorrect spark plug gap. The gap between the spark plug's electrodes must match Ford's exact specifications. Too wide, and the spark struggles to jump across, causing misfires. Too narrow, and the spark may be too weak for proper combustion. Many Ford engines, like the 5.4L Triton or EcoBoost variants, are especially sensitive to incorrect gaps. When the gap is off, your engine runs poorly. You might notice hesitation, rough idle, or even engine damage over time. Ford's ignition systems rely on precise spark timing, and improper gap throws everything off. Always check the gap when installing new plugs or troubleshooting engine issues. Carbon fouling in deposits. Carbon buildup is a common enemy of spark plugs in Ford engines. Short trips, stop-and-go driving, or low-quality fuel contribute to deposits coating the plug's tip. When this happens, the spark can't travel effectively, leading to misfires and poor performance. Some Ford engines, particularly direct injection models like the 2.7L EcoBoost, are more prone to carbon fouling. The design lets fuel bypass the intake valves, leading to deposits that eventually reach the spark plugs. If your Ford starts running rough or losing power, carbon buildup could be the hidden culprit. Extended use beyond lifespan. Spark plugs don't last forever, yet many drivers push them past Ford's recommended replacement interval. Standard copper plugs may wear out in 30,000 miles, while iridium ones can handle up to 100,000 miles, but only if conditions are ideal. Ignoring the recommended schedule leads to weak sparks, reduced fuel economy, and engine strain. Older plugs develop eroded electrodes or cracked insulators, making them unreliable. In Ford trucks and SUVs, the extra load from towing or hauling speeds up wear. A failing spark plug won't always trigger a check engine light right away, so stick to the maintenance schedule rather than waiting for symptoms to appear. How to diagnose spark plug issues in Ford cars. Knowing how to spot spark plug trouble early can save you from costly repairs. Instead of waiting for warning lights, take a hands-on approach. Start with a visual check, then use an OBD2 scanner for deeper insights. Here's how. Visual inspection of spark plugs. Pulling a spark plug tells you a lot about its condition and how your engine is running. Here's what to look for when examining them in your Ford. Worn electrodes. If the center or ground electrode looks rounded, thin, or eroded, the plug is past its prime. This weakens the spark. Discoloration. Black, sooty coating suggests incomplete combustion, often from rich fuel mixtures or short trips. White or blistered tips point to overheating, possibly from wrong plug heat range or lean fuel mixtures. Oily deposits mean engine oil is leaking into the combustion chamber, a common issue in older Ford engines. Cracks or damage. Check the ceramic insulator for chips or cracks. Even small fractures can cause misfires. For example, if you drive a Ford F-150 with the 5.0 LV8 and notice rough idling, pull a plug. Heavy carbon buildup or worn electrodes confirm it's time for a replacement. Using an OBD2 scanner. Modern Fords store trouble codes that pinpoint spark plug issues. Grab an OBD2 scanner, even a basic one works, and follow these steps. Locate the OBD2 port under your Ford's dashboard, usually near the steering column. Plug in the scanner and turn the ignition to on, engine off. Check for codes like P0300, P0308, random or cylinder-specific misfires, or P0351, P0358, ignition coil faults. For instance, if your Ford Escape with the 1.5L EcoBoost throws a P0304 code, it's misfiring in cylinder 4. The culprit? A fouled spark plug or bad coil. Clear the codes after investigating, then test drive. If they return, the problem likely persists. A scanner won't replace a visual inspection, but it narrows down the issue fast. Want to dig deeper? Some advanced scanners show live data, like misfire counts, helping you confirm weak spark before removing a single plug. Solutions and preventative measures for Ford spark plug issues. Spotting spark plug trouble is one thing, but knowing how to fix and prevent it keeps your Ford running smoothly. Whether you're dealing with misfires, poor fuel economy, or rough starts, these solutions and maintenance tips can help. Let's break down the best ways to handle spark plug issues before they escalate. Stay tuned for part 2. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.